I searched the internet and saw, what new hobbies have you picked up this year and would you recommend them to others? And here are the responses. First, walks. Got a problem? Go for a walk. Got a dog? Go for a walk. Just ate? Go for a walk. Just been shot? Walk it off. Walkies. Number 2. Gardening and learning to play the guitar. Both are therapeutic. Third, got serious into reading. You really learn many things from books. Fourth, experimenting with cooking. Following a recipe online that you found is also good, but there's just an extra layer of enjoyment and discovery to be had when I try to work things out on my own, especially when ingredients are limited. It's like a puzzle you can eat. The main point to not let not perfect overshadow good enough. You probably aren't gonna be winning any awards with your first few attempts, but that doesn't mean what you created isn't special in its own right. Number 5. I've been lockpicking. It takes sustained mental focus, which has been nice to get the mind off of all that's going in. Plus if the apocalypse comes I'll have a useful skill, which is a bonus. 6th, archery. It's a lot of fun and an excellent way to clear your mind. 7th, sewing. I lost my grandma this year and she used to sew and knit a lot. I was given her sewing machine, so whenever I use it I feel closer to her. Smiley face. 8th, started learning languages. Recommend it for sure. Number 9. Started meditating this year, almost at 100 days in a row. I would recommend, but I would start easy with just 5 minutes in a session and build your way up over time. 10th, analog photography. Fun to get a cheap camera and, not really cheap, film, sent to develop and practice exposing photos. Number 11. Can't really call it a hobby, but for the past month since COVID started and classes are suspended, I enrolled myself in free online classes such as photography, editing, art, etc. It's nice to have a little hand of skills and knowledge when the time comes. Number 12. Dungeons and Dragons. It's practically therapeutic in nature. It's actually helped me a lot throughout the confinement. 13th. I started keeping fish shortly before COVID hit, and that has been a really good experience. We got into it with a small betta tank, but now we have a 75-gallon freshwater tank and a 20-gallon reef tank. It's taught me a little about hydroponics, plumbing, water chemistries, and animal care. 14th, I started doing yoga and would definitely recommend it. It's good for you. 15th, crocheting. Edit. I also picked up on Lego architecture sets. I'm currently building Buckingham Palace, but can't find a stud piece. With crocheting, I'm currently making a scarf. 16th, not really a hobby, but I've actually been staying on top of my uni workload instead of doing everything last minute. It has been nice. 17th, I've been collecting rocks and crystals for a while, but I've finally gotten a tumbler and started polishing them. The end results are cool to see, but the process takes a month or more depending on the type of stone, so if you're a deeply impatient person, or a perfectionist, you have very little control over how the stones turn out and there will be flaws. I don't know if I do recommend it. 18th, Dungeons and Dragons. Being the DM helped me build up a bit more of self-confidence, finally forcing myself to stop being very shy. I found that very hindering at times. 19th, started complimenting men. Few things are cuter than a grown man getting tickled pink because you said his favorite hat looked cool. I'm a woman. I learned from another Reddit post that men don't get compliments, so I decided to change that. It was hard at first because I'm usually shy, but it got gradually easier and now I just point out things on all people that I think are nice and it's become as easy as breathing. I've followed along to a handful of them, but did it in Photoshop rather than actually paint. His voice is super relaxing and I get into such a state of content and zen. I highly recommend it. It's one of the handful of things that have helped reduce a little of my anxiety this year. 21st, 3D printing. It is insane what you can print with a low-budget printer. Mine was $200. You can create your own models pretty easily, and if you are too lazy for that you can download cool stuff from Thingiverse. Comes in handy too if you forgot to buy someone a gift. 22nd, I have started doing home exercise a lot more, and I must say that it's totally worth it. I 100% recommend it due to the fact that you get in shape, get a huge amount of confidence and helps with your mentality about other aspects of your life. 23rd, I started reading again. Number 24. Calligraphy is fun. It improves your handwriting and forgery. 25th. Running a mile every day after getting faded. For some reason, exercise has never independently been able to activate my endorphins, but it works fine after I have some THC in me. It's done wonders. I lost 5 pounds in a week or two and I'm not even overweight. 26th. Piano. I know some people have already tried, but on my second day of self-teaching, I already knew how to play a song. It is really nice once you get into it. You can literally play memes and make your own songs. It's so fun. 27th. Chess. Is good for passing time. 28th. Not a hobby, but I quit smoking. It feels good. Smile. Number 29. I picked up reading. It's great to read small bits off internet and it sure is improving my vocabulary quite well. I'm not an English speaker. Number 30. Geocaching. You can do it anywhere. All you need is a phone with decent service. We started doing it with my 8-year-old and she loves it. We camp a lot throughout our state but obviously haven't been able to do touristy things this year. This gives us a way to look for new places without being around a lot of people. 31st. Making maps. I was looking at a map on our/imaginary maps and I commented an idea I had. They told me to try to make it myself. I did, and have made about 15 maps since then. 32nd. Growing edible plants, quick growing like lettuce or basil/herbs, and baking breads are really satisfying pretty quickly. Meditation is great, but it takes a while for it to benefit you. It kind of rewires your brain. Takes time and effort. 33rd. Puzzles. Number 34. Cycling. For my pleasure and as a way of commuting to work. Feels great, man. 35th. I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube. My current best time is 50.8s. It's pretty fun to see myself progress and learn new things about it. 36th. Ant-keeping. Tried it for a while with one colony, but found the maintenance too much, although I did really enjoy watching them putter around. Terrarium building. Freaking amazing. So relaxing and calming, plus I get to wander off into the woods alone to look for new moss. Magnet fishing. Tie a big ass neodymium magnet to a rope, pitch it into the water, bitch about people throwing bottle caps in the water, find usable tools. Call the popo when you pull up a gun. Really fun, and you can get started for pretty cheap. 37th. Gardening, even just a couple plants. It allows you to visibly see your progress and you learn things when you have questions about your plans. Then if all goes well you get some produce. Nothing feels quite like shaking on some peas you grew yourself and see at the grocery store for $5 to $6 a pack. Good luck. 38th. Reddit for multiple hours in a day. 39th. Woodworking. I've made things that I've been able to make a quick buck on. I've also been able to make things I've wanted, like a wooden flag, hat rack, etc. 40th. Building mechanical keyboards. I don't recommend it to anyone, it's a curse. Like and subscribe and comment down below with your own answer. Till next time.